All right, let's just jump right in. You know what absolutely drives me nuts? It's watching people get all excited, throwing their money into the stock market, while at the same time they've got this credit card debt just sitting there, racking up like 22% interest. It's a massive and honestly a super common mistake. So today, we're gonna fix that. We're gonna lay out the exact optimal sequence for building wealth. And this quote, it just nails the problem perfectly. You can pour all the cash you want into your investments, but if you've got high interest debt or zero emergency savings, well, you're just leaking money way faster than you can ever earn it. You work hard, you invest, and then you look at your accounts and wonder, why am I not making any progress? This is why. It's the financial treadmill that so many people feel like they're stuck on. So, I've got to ask you, straight up, are you building your financial house in the wrong order? I mean, are you picking out the fancy light fixtures, the exciting investments, before you've even poured the concrete for the foundation? Because if you are, I promise you, you're leaving tens, maybe even hundreds of thousands of dollars on the table over your lifetime. So let's really dig into that mistake, because the cost of getting this wrong is just huge. So many people want to skip straight to the fun part, right? Picking stocks, jumping on trendy ETFs. They want to skip all the boring foundational work that actually makes you wealthy. Just think about it for a second. That high interest debt you're carrying, that's a guaranteed negative return. It will almost certainly wipe out any gains you might make in the market. Every single month you put off paying down a credit card that's charging you 22%, you're letting that debt grow faster than pretty much any investment you could dream of. And this number, wow, this just perfectly illustrates how widespread the problem is. The median emergency fund for an American is just $500. $500. That's not a safety net, you know? That's a tightrope. It just goes to show how financially fragile most people really are, even while they're asking about the next hot crypto to buy. Okay, so before you invest a single dollar in the market, I mean it, not $1, you have to build what I call the financial bedrock. These are the 3 non-negotiable first steps. They create that solid foundation for all the wealth you're gonna build on top of it. And here they are. It's pretty simple. Step 1, you build that emergency fund. Step 2, you absolutely destroy any high interest debt. And step 3, and this one is so important, we'll get to it, you secure your full employer match. Without these 3 pillars in place, everything else is just building on quicksand. Now, the most important thing to get about an emergency fund isn't just about the money itself. It's a psychological buffer. It's the peace of mind you get from knowing that a surprise car repair or a medical bill won't just completely derail your life. It's what stops you from having to sell your investments at the absolute worst possible time or rack up even more debt just because, life happened. All right, let's talk about that second pillar. When you've got high interest debt, paying it off is without a doubt the single best investment you can possibly make. The thinking here is super simple. You get rid of guaranteed losses before you go chasing uncertain gains. I mean, think about it. There is no stock, no bond, no crypto out there that can offer you a guaranteed 22% return. But paying off your credit card, that can. Mathematically, it's just a complete no-brainer. Now, here's the one major exception to the pay off debt first rule. Before you've even finished paying it all off, you have to contribute enough to your 401k, that's your retirement plan at work, to get the full company match. Why? Well, because it's literally free money. A 100% or maybe 50% immediate guaranteed return on your cash. You just can't beat that anywhere. It's the only time it makes sense to be investing while you still have that debt. Okay, so once that bedrock is solid as a rock, now we can move into the tax optimization zone. This is where we start building real serious wealth by using accounts that shield your money from taxes. And honestly, this is where most people get the order completely wrong. So after you've secured that company match, your very next dollar should go into an IRA. That's an individual retirement account you open yourself, not back into your 401k. And the reason is simple. IRAs give you freedom. You get way more investment choices, and you can pick funds with super low fees, avoiding those expensive, limited options you often find in employer plans. That little difference in fees can literally save you tens of thousands of dollars over the years. Now, with both IRAs and 401ks, you'll probably have to make a choice, traditional or Roth. And really, it all boils down to one simple question. Do you want to pay your taxes now, or do you want to pay them later? If you think you're in a lower tax bracket today than you will be in retirement, then you should probably go with the Roth and pay those taxes now. But if you're a high earner today, a traditional account might be better so you can get that nice tax deduction up front. Okay, now for what might be the single most powerful and most underused investment account out there, the Health Savings Account, or HSA. Now, you can only get one if you have a high deductible health plan. You know, one of those plans with a lower monthly premium, but you pay more out of pocket. If you have one, This account is an absolute game changer. It's like a supercharged retirement account. And here's why it's so incredibly powerful. Look at this. It has a triple tax advantage. The money you put in is tax-free. It grows completely tax-free. And when you take it out for medical expenses, it's, you guessed it, tax-free. No other account does this. It's the only investment vehicle that gives you a tax break on the way in, during the growth phase, and on the way out. It's incredible. So, let's put this part of the plan in order. Let's really let this sink in. First, you get that guaranteed 100% return from your employer match. Then, once that's done, you pivot and max out your IRA for those low fees and better choices. Next up, if you're eligible, you max out that amazing triple tax-advantaged HSA. And only then, after all of that is done, do you go back and finish maxing out the rest of your 401k. Now, if you've actually managed to do all of that, seriously, congratulations. You are in the top maybe 5% of savers in the entire country. And only now, after you've completely exhausted every single tax-advantaged option, do we move to the final frontier, the taxable brokerage account. So, why do taxable accounts come last? Well, it's because of something called tax drag. See, unlike your retirement accounts where all the growth is sheltered, in a regular brokerage account, you have to pay taxes on dividends and capital gains every single year. It's like you're trying to run a race, but the government keeps throwing a little bit of sand in your shoes. It just slows down your compounding over time. And this chart just shows you the mind-blowing difference it makes. As you can see here, investing the same amount of money over 30 years in a tax-advantaged account versus a taxable one can mean a difference of nearly $250,000. That's the real cost of tax drag. It is massive. But listen, that's not to say these accounts aren't useful. They absolutely are. Taxable accounts are your #1 tool for flexibility. This is the money you're going to use for goals before you hit retirement age. Things like a down payment on a house or maybe funding a few years of an early retirement. Their biggest strength is that there are no rules about when you can get your money. So let's put the whole thing together one last time. Here it is, the optimal 7-step sequence to build wealth. Step 1, build that emergency fund. Step 2, destroy high-interest debt. Step 3, get that free money from your employer match. Step 4, max out your IRA. Then, 5, max out your HSA. After that, step 6, go back and finish off your 401k. And only then, as the very final step, do you start investing in your taxable accounts. If you follow this sequence, you will be building a powerful, unshakable financial future while everyone else is still trying to guess the next hot stock. The roadmap is crystal clear, it's right here in front of you. So the only question left is, where on this path are you going to begin?